I'm gonna get track.
Taylor Put. I'm good.
Boy, Axel. What the?
All right.
And they get lit with it like.
All right. Yo, it's your boy Axel. Tapped in with Dynasty Premier.
Try not to move the chair.
All right, I got you. Yo, it's your boy Out. What you want me to say? Yo, it's your boy Axel. Tapped in with Dynasty Premier. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get right to it.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 100. All right. There was a lot of bitch ass people that was in the chat.
Bitch ass. Listen.
Yeah,
let me put it this way: you give your time, your effort, your energy, and it gets taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that just goes into my album, so it's perfect segue.
That's what's up. It's like I had the idea of, this was recent where I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna start writing when I'm in that mood. Because I want it to be that fresh, authentic.
Yeah.
I want it to be just like that. So you can feel what I'm saying. Nevertheless, guys, it's your girl Dynasty, and we are here with Axel the Poet, with one of the artists of the year. So we love to sit down with our artists, definitely throughout the year, catch on to their vibes, see what's new, find out what's going on in the world of Axel the Poet.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is one of my favorite artists. I gotta tell you, because not just because we actually known each other for a little minute, built a great relationship.
Back in the TGH days.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we still here.
Hey, yeah, we out here, We out here. We doing our thing. So.
Exactly.
I appreciate that though. Like that means a lot.
That's what's up. Yeah, I have to tell you, it's an honest thing when you actually approach it in a way like, hey, letting somebody know like you're one of my favorite artists. So it could be easily said to someone that's already popular, like Beyonce.
Yeah,
we can always say, oh yeah, like you're my favorite artist. But for real, some underground artists I've tapped into lately, I'm like, man, I can see them taking off with the music industry. So, as far as your role here, I really appreciate all that you do, because it's really bringing a lot to not just my world, but just the attention that, not just to the focus of what we're trying to put out, positive music, energetic music, just messages that kind of change the energy from negative to positive, or even just relating and stuff. So I'm just glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here. I want to take the time to shout out Dynasty Premier too. I fuck with you. You're doing your thing. You're very professional. Like, even when difficulties arise, like we just push through it. We do our thing. So I fuck with you, man. Appreciate you. Real affordable too. Like a lot of people, rightly so, they charge a lot. But my girl Dynasty, she'll get you right on a budget too. She'll work with you. So fuck with her. Like, she very professional. She good at what she do. So
yes, I appreciate that a ton.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a story behind the hustle, for both of us.
Ain't that right?
Definitely. So, guys, I want to tap into something that's, new with Axel the Poet. Like, I'm really excited to find out, about this next project. You know? And I know what it is, as far as the songs and stuff. But of course, we want to let the world know.
Yeah, for sure.
Insight of what's coming next. Let us know.
For sure. What you want to know then?
Look, I'll be honest. I already know about the 45th floor.
Nah, so it's real talk. So, I've dropped for the people that follow me, people that are friends of mine, they know my story, my music. I've dropped a couple projects, 3 to be exact. The Everything Is Music, Men Don't Cry. Those were 2 mixtapes on YouTube. And then, last year I dropped my first official project, the 45 LP, which that's out, still out. You can listen to that. That's bangers. But what I really wanted to do with the 45th Floor was kind of evolve, a lot of the talking points on 45 LP and really like dive a little deeper into them. 45 LP, I made it to be more like a mainstream record. And this one definitely is that too. It's got a lot of hooks. I really wanted to focus on the hooks.
Yeah.
Those of you that know me, I got the bars. I'm very experimental. So I like doing shit like that. But I really wanted to hone in and focus on the hooks and making the songs actually enjoyable. But I still wanted to send that message, and like really dive deep into, actually, like you said, being positive and talking about the message. I would say the project is a lot about, it's about my relationship with women. And I'm using my relationship with women to amplify a conversation overall about men and their relationship with women and why it may be negative. And it has some positive moments in there too, but a lot of it is kind of flip-flopping back and forth between the positive and the negative, the light and the dark. That's the big theme of it, like good and bad. So, because we all have that.
Ugly.
Yeah. We all have that within us. And I really wanted to, my music's very personal.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, I wanted to capture that personal essence. And I got a lot of good in me. I got a lot of bad in me too. So it's really like back and forth, like yin and yang type shit.
Yeah. In one, and it's just being human,
Yeah.
Something good to look at when it comes to identifying yourself. Not many people could tap into yin and yang. Like sometimes it's just that yang. Yeah.
Which most music today is just negative.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like I fuck with Future.
Yeah.
I fuck with Drake, even with the beef and all that. Like,
yeah.
I'm a big Kendrick fan, so I tap in, but I'm influenced by Drake, too, so yeah.
Putting out some, I get it to, let's say, like, just to get more attention to certain things, and maybe that's just my perspective on how they're working out things. Because honestly, you have 2 great artists, and it's like, are they really beefing like that?
Yeah. Some of it's like, I feel like it is real. But like at the same time, it could be kind of manufactured too. Yeah. Like they know what they're doing. It's business. But I really wanted to tap into. So if you really want to look at it, I got that Drake side. I got that Kendrick side. So I got. Do. Yeah. He actually do. When you put it like that, it like kind of open up a light bulb in your brain, ain't it?
Sure. You know what? I did want to ask you, like, what was one of the hardest songs, that came along with the 45th Floor? Like, how was that, going for you?
Yeah.
Writing.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say definitely the most difficult song, and there was a lot of difficulty writing this album because it's a lot of personal shit. You feel me? Like, but the most difficult one, it ended up being the most cathartic as well when I was finally finished with it. But the most difficult one, I would say, is the second to last song. It's called Island Park Radio. Just a kind of quick rundown of why it's called that.
Let us know.
So, I live in Silver.
The juices behind it. Like, what's the story behind it? I'm telling you.
So I live in Silver Lakes, and we got a park called Island Park. And long story short,
know about Island Park.
Yeah. It ain't nothing crazy, It's just a little park. It's nice, It's my center for peace, though. I go on I used to go on a lot of walks there, and just it's nice nature and shit. It's a nice little lake, but it holds a lot of significance for me because that's somewhere that I used to kind of convene with an ex of mine. And the reason I call this song Island Park Radio is because we had a few intimate moments there, and it was, I called it that because honestly, that was probably, I think that was the last song that I actually wrote and recorded. And it's the reason it was the last song that I wrote and recorded is because I didn't want to put myself back there. You feel me? Into them feelings and emotions. Yeah, it's a Frank Ocean type of song, like a Godspeed, or what's that song called on Blonde? It's not thinking about you. More
These songs I know about Frank Ocean, forgive me.
It's basically a song in which I'm saying goodbye, you know.
Okay.
And I had already come to terms with the goodbye for a long time before I wrote the song, and I knew I was gonna write this song. I knew it was gonna be called Island Park Radio, but I never wanted to actually write it and record it because it's like, bro, I don't want to put myself back there. But at the end of the day, I do what I got to do for the art. You feel me? And you know, my boy Mark was with me in my room. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to Mark. Mark's a real one. He's one of my day ones. And I told him, hey, I'm gonna be writing this song, like, and it's about whoop whoop. It's gonna be difficult. And he's like, no, you know, like, let's do it. So obviously was smoking, was drinking a little bit, and we got it done. Like, and he could tell you too, like, just the process of writing it and recording it. It was very emotional, and it when I finally was done with it, it was so cathartic because I let go of so much negativity and so much, you know, I came to peace. Yeah. You know, and it's really big because, you know, I would say the second most difficult song that I wrote, we'll talk about it later. It's called Be My End. It's very creative. It's way different from I think you know what I'm talking about. It's way different from every song on there. Like, it's almost like a rock song. Which one is that? Because that's the one that I was screaming on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The studio at the time? Yeah. Not that one. Okay. Not that one. That one can't drop ever. You know. Man, a little too much
stuff in here, man. I'm telling you.
Too much. One take. Soul, you know? Yeah, one take. But we'll talk about that one a little later. Be My End, but it ties in because it's about the same thing. But Be My End was very angry, where Island Park Radio is very like just at peace, like yeah, like just you know, coming to terms with everything that happened. Like, and the big lyric in there is basically like, it's me saying, you know, I don't want to say goodbye, but at the end of the day, you have to. So it was a difficult song. It's one of the best songs on there. It's a very vulnerable song, and like, I'm proud of it. But even to this day, it's hard to listen to because I'm not there anymore. Like, I'm happy, I'm cool with my emotions and everything. So it was definitely a difficult time.
I mean, I know what it's like when you first of all got to get in those emotions. To write a specific piece of art, it's tough, you know, and I think a lot of people, especially those who write and compose, you can understand when you get that emotional side or have that emotional side on the track. And it's like, man, even going back and listen to it, I always get stuck, you know, I always get like blocked out because my emotions are just like wilding and there's different things going on. I'm just like, oh. But I could totally understand and relate to going back to those emotions and having to listen to that over again. It's like repeating that, you know?
Exactly. And that's what made it so difficult. It's like I'm literally putting myself back in 2019, back in that moment, back in, you know, back in that horrible feeling of letting go and loss. Yeah. But when it's over and when you listen back, it's like, damn, like, I went through that shit for 4 years. You know, I was really in a dark place, you know, just smoking and just like doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing, like just being in the darkness, you know, with the devil influence in my life. And now I'm in such a positive mindset, and I'm using those negative experiences to bring the light. You feel me? So it really worked out, and I'm proud that I was able to do it. It was difficult though, very very hard, very difficult, very difficult.
I'm sure. And you know what? I've been listening to the actual, the tracks and going through a lot of your music, and I kind of found myself to, see like, damn, he has these concepts, and I tell you, this man got bars for days. It makes you actually look forward to what's next.
Top five.
And I'm not lying. I really
top one. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. What was it like? What was the process? What motivated you to actually, talk about the yin and the yang? That's what I'm gonna start referring it to because it makes sense to me at this moment.
Yeah.
That was like.
No, and it's true that is literally the concept.
Yeah.
This started on the 45 LP. I really wanted to talk about the yin and the yang and like the good and the dark side. But I feel like the 45 LP has a lot more of the dark side because at that time I was very angry. I wrote a lot of that stuff during quarantine. So, and that's when my ex broke up with me. A lot of emotions and like, we were at, for those that know the story, we were at FIU, me and Kwame, my boy Ego. Shout out to motherfucking Ego. He's got on his birthday on the 11th this week, he's got his new project coming out. That shit's gonna be fire. It's called Luciano. I just wanted to shout out my dog because that's my day one for real, my brother. We were in the studio. We made a makeshift studio at FIU. You feel me? We literally got a dorm just to record music and vibe and hang out and party and stuff. And I was in a dark place because a lot of bullshit happened during that time. So it wasn't really yin and yang. It was a lot more, just the one side, the dark side.
The dark side.
With this project, I really wanted, because I wrote a lot of these songs over the course of a few years, but the finished product, was more so like recently. And so I really wanted to highlight a lot more of the light as well as the dark, because it's important to have that balance. And just the journey and experience that I went through, it wasn't all dark, but it wasn't all light either. So I really wanted to, if you listen to the album, there's gonna be a lot of songs, like for example, Like You and Devil on My Shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Like You is a very like cute sounding song. It's a very like, damn, like that's cool. Like he wrote that for a girl. Like it's very like just cute is the word I would use. Just like lighthearted. Damn, I like you. I just want to take you out. Like it's cool. Like, and then right after that is Devil on My Shoulder, where I'm basically, it's the opposite. Like fuck.
You're right.
Fuck that bitch. You feel me? Like fuck all these bitches. And I wanted to do that because it's like I want to show you don't just grow up feeling that. You have to get hurt. You got to go through it. You got to put your feelings into somebody and get those feelings broken to know like what it feels like. It's and I think it's very important as a man like to talk about this, because man, we talk about a lot of the negative, but we don't talk about what led up to it because we're afraid of that intimacy.
Yeah, also I noticed and this is just me asking guys several questions, like what is it like to go through things with women, and they give somewhat the same answer. Like it's troubling to hear that, and I'm not trying to say I'm the most perfect angel in the world, but at the end of the day, I'm not like most, like, I'm not trying to say that they're the worst either, but I'm not like most women.
Yeah.
But I realize
you're understanding of certain shit.
Yeah, like, I'm aware. You know
what it is? You open your mind to it. Because a lot of times women, and don't get me wrong, bro, I love women. We love women here, but like it's a lot of times a lot of women are ignorant to the fact that we have feelings too. And a lot of times they'll complain like, oh, you don't show your emotions, you don't do this, you don't do that. And it's like the reason I don't do it, the reason we don't do it is because as soon as we show how we feel, you got a problem with it, you scrutinize it, you even take advantage of it. Like if we tell you something in confidence, you use that shit later against us. So that makes
Deal.
makes a man not want to say shit. Like I wouldn't want to say shit.
I had to realize, I'm like, men want families. They would want to grow and get into the world of having children.
Of course.
Seeds,
of course.
And it's just kind of like, what is it with women that's making them kind of feel like they're, it's like I'm not talking yin and yang with women and men, you know, because it's like some men have that side of them that's like destructive to women, and there's some women that got that side of them that's destructive to men. But we gotta pray for everybody.
You know what it is too, because you're saying like, what is it that makes women act that way? It's men. For a long time, because I don't want people to think I'm misogynistic either.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm not. You feel me? Like I'm definitely not. A lot of what has caused this shift in where women are now taking advantage of men and really like just fucking over men, and just like, if you look on social media, a lot of it is fuck man, I don't need a man, you know, I'm gonna cheat on my man, all that bullshit. A lot of that started with men hurting their women, taking advantage of their women, and now it's the opposite. Now it's the opposite, you feel me? So like, I just wanted to highlight, you know, the pain and the hurt, because in my album, like, I talk a lot of shit about women, but I also own up to the fact that it's my fault a lot of the time too. Like, a lot of this shit I brought on myself. Like, I don't want to sit here and blame my ex for everything, or any woman I've had a bad experience with. Not just my ex. You know, I've had bad experiences with many women, and I don't want to sit here and just blame them completely.
Yeah.
They played a role, but I played a motherfucking role too. So it's very important, if you're a man, like, own up to your part in it too. You know, that's what the album's about too, like owning up to your role as well.
That's a very powerful point. Everybody need to own up. I think the world would be a better place if everybody take accountability for their faults.
For sure.
Actions, to be
For
real
sure.
with you.
USPA.
Don't worry about that.
We already talked about it before we even got on this fucking camera.
Hey.
Shit.
Falling on the budget. Man.
It is what it is.
You know.
This shit.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, teleport. Y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta sponsor your boy now.
Support this man.
I'm turned. All this TP. All right, I just wanted to make that clear.
I'm not drinking that. I'm drinking water.
It's the devil. It's the dark side.
It make me sick.
Well, it got me lit. So. Yeah.
But we pretty much, I just love the energy that we have, because it's like not many people can connect on an authentic level, you know, as much as we do. And, you know, it's like when you come across like-minded people, I love clicking in with like-minded people, because you get to bring in not just your resources, but understanding other resources and niches and how to apply them, you know. Because a lot of times I think about, man, like, I can write all day, but sometimes I'm like, damn, this person can sing, or this person can rap, or this person can make beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know how to just put all that as a project. You know what I mean? So it's really fun.
Yeah.
You know, and as far as like your favorite song on the track, what was it like making that song? What was it like talking about, you know, the shit that you really,
Yeah.
you know, what was it? Let us know about the favorite one. We want to know.
So, I think objectively, the best song on the album, and there's a lot that could be said, right? But I think objectively, it's probably Painkiller's a good one. Painkiller's that shit, and we finna save it. I'm not gonna elaborate on that one, but I think objectively, probably, that's the thing. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
Like I think most people are gonna like Snakes in the Grass. That's a good one. There's just a lot of good ones. It's a lot of good ones, right? Chocolate, that's a fire one. My favorite one though, I feel like a lot of people gonna be confused by it because they're gonna be like, where the fuck did this come from? But it's called Be My End. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Be My End, what's so different about it is that if you know what Screamo is, it's kind of like a Screamo. It's got a lot of screaming and like the screaming elements, rock elements to it.
You gotta listen to it.
You gotta really listen to it. The reason it's my favorite, and I think it's one of the most creative songs I ever made, because it's different. You're not gonna hear a song like this ever.
Yeah.
Like nobody else has made a song. I'm not trying to, be arrogant with it, but I gotta say it. I gotta toot my own horn a little bit. Like you not finna hear a song like this where, cause you got like Linkin Park, right, where they make rock music and they rap a little bit, but it's kind of corny how they rap, right? I'm a real rapper. Like I'm in that fucking culture. So I'm actually rapping in that shit. Not like the white boy rap, but like literally like rapping bars and shit, right? With the rock element to it. What that song is about, the title's Be My End because basically it's about a person in which I got all this or had all this hatred for, right? And I let it out on a track to where I'm letting out all my anger, my hatred, my regret, sadness. It's all mixed into one, which is why if you listen to it at first, it's going to be confusing because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of screaming, a lot of rapping. It's a lot of just conflicted feelings, conflicted emotions. But it's like the reason it's my favorite is because it perfectly encapsulates how I felt.
Okay.
And how I felt was confusing because I hated the bitch, but I loved the woman at the same fucking time.
That's the realest shit I've...
No, but you can say it. You can say it.
It's like that's the realest shit I've heard in like maybe in it. Because, when you think about it, women could be, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't know sometimes what you're dealing with when you date, even with men.
Yeah, it goes both ways. Like it could easily be a woman that had them same feelings and emotions where they hate the motherfucker, but they love them too. Like because it's those moments. And I can't sit here and say, oh, I hate her completely, because we had a lot of strong moments, a lot of healthy moments, a lot of just like fun, laughter, and love, right?
Yeah.
And she's the one that taught me how to love and taught me like, what it means to be in love.
It be the bad situations that open up the good and light, And it's not even try to be biased or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking on an equal culture, because we have this thing nowadays where it's a lopsided scale when it comes to the intellect of being, human and being humane. Like people are just treating people like complete shit because it's a thing. And I actually was gonna ask you about like the thing behind that, but of course we kind of tapped into it. The yin and yang.
Yeah, but I gotta elaborate a little bit. Like, again,
for sure. Like,
it's more so like, it's more so like, it's more so like, again, I tapped into a lot of my past, right? And a lot of people know, a lot of people don't. But I really I acted outside of myself because of a lot of shit. And the thing is, I was painted in a way in which, in my opinion, is some bullshit. Because I made a lot of I made a lot of mistakes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not perfect. I said a lot of shit I shouldn't have said. I made songs I shouldn't have made. You feel me? I should have talked to a lot of people about it. But at the end of the day, I'm human. And I'm genuine. I'm one of the most genuine motherfuckers you finna meet. Like, a lot of men, you know, they be on that bullshit. I'm not that type of man. And I feel like I shouldn't have been treated a certain way, even though I made mistakes and I deserved a lot of stuff that came to me and I brought a lot of it on myself. At the same time, I feel like some humility should have been shown to me, because it's like, if you claim to love somebody, show them love them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna share a story. Like, it's sharing a little personal thing, but like, you know, this person I'm talking about, right? You know, we went through a lot of shit, a lot of bad shit, a lot of arguing, a lot of back and forth, right? At the end, I asked her to pray for me. You feel me? I did. I asked her, like, I wrote her a letter. I asked her, and she's gonna be pissed off that I'm sharing this, but it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But I'm off that Taylor Point. Hey, sponsor your boy. But nah, for real. At the end of the day, like, I tried reaching out one more time. Like, listen, I know I did wrong, but pray for me, please.
Yeah,
if you got love for me, pray for me. She threatened me with legal action.
What?
She threatened
Back it up a little bit. Hold on. Look at the
She basically,
when you asked her to pray for you, she threatened you with legal action.
she threatened me because she was like, you know, basically saying like she didn't want to talk to me anymore. And we were in no contact for a while. And so me writing her that letter kind of violated that.
Okay.
And, you know, I thought that, you know what, I'm writing this to kind of reconcile, and maybe she'll understand and she'll pray for me. But she took it left, and she really, like, she threatened me with legal action. And I get it. Like, I understand you dealing with your own shit. I said stuff that you didn't agree with, that you didn't want me to say. You know, Men Don't Cry, if you know that album, I shouldn't have really made it. I shouldn't have dropped it, but I did. At the end of the day, I'm human. But like, still, I didn't deserve that in that moment. Like, I'm asking you, and you claim you're a woman of God, I'm asking you to forgive me and pray for me, because I'm somebody that you claim to love. And the fact that you threatened me right after that really sealed the book on it. And I just want to say, like, if you're out there listening, bro, like, if you're not, whatever, but if you are listening, like, I forgive you. It's all good. Like, it's all love. You know, obviously things will never be the same like how it used to be, but I'm not going to sit here and hold grudges and regrets and all that. Like, I'm good. I'm happy. But that moment really stuck with me, and it changed me, and it made me cold a little bit. And that's really what the 45th floor is. It's that coldness, that cold energy of like, fuck these hoes. But at the same time, that's bullshit. You cannot run and hide from yourself. You know, Future, for example. I love Future. Big influence. I love that man. Love his music, right? But if you really listen to his music, is he happy?
That's a really good question. I actually said that, like, it's been like, it sounds like he's always messed up.
He's messed up. He's fucked up, and he says it. You know, and so
That's crazy.
I really wanted to highlight that. You feel me? Because a lot of people just listen to Future and think he's lit, and he is.
Yeah.
But behind that litness, behind that fucking the bitches, behind all that, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of hurt, it's a lot of sorrow. And that's what the 45th floor is. It's transcending that sorrow and realizing it and moving on, you know.